Good
Hello.
day to you. It's so good to see your shining face from London. How's the weather there today?
Actually, it's absolutely stunning spring day. It's beautiful
Oh,
out.
that's
It's
nice.
pretty cold, but it has been gloriously sunny.
Wow, that is so cool. We had rain in Southern California. It never rains here, but it did yesterday. We had some really good showers because we needed. I have a feeling we're going to have a hot summer. But today the sky is crystal blue at least right now. In my backyard, and it feels good. It's always good to see the sun. Yeah. So here we are, Majella, at the beginning of week 5. We're just concluding week 4 of Sit Down with Me and going on to week 5. We've just got 2 more weeks to get to our completion point. So would you open us up with a wonderful meditation?
So sit in a dignified, upright, but not too stiff position, or lie down. Put your feet firmly on the floor and just close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath, noticing how your chest rises as you inhale and falls as you just begin to notice any sensations in your body. And you might notice sounds around you, and just allow those sounds to pass on by like passing traffic. And bring your attention down to your feet and what they feel like in your shoes, on the floor, or in your socks, or on your bare feet on the floor in this moment, at this time. Really, really get a sensation of the earth underneath your feet and what that feels like. And imagine that up through the earth, you're connecting with the center of the earth and the core of the earth, and your feet are the portals into your body. You're pulling the energy up through the earth, through your legs, through your buttocks, just noticing, imagining this immense energy rising up through your body, through your tummy, your solar plexus, up through your chest and down your arms, all the way to the tips of your fingertips, and up your shoulders, neck, face, and scalp, and out through the top of your head, up to the galaxy above. You're really just an energy portal, and allowing that space to be truly connected to who you are in this moment, in this mortal form. The energy rising and connecting you, stabilizing your presence in this moment, and bringing your attention back to your breath. And allowing yourself just to relax into this moment, to bring yourself fully present to what we're going to talk about today. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Wonderful.
So I've got all sorts of weird shit going on here, guys. The cat started interrupting. The heater's just switched on. I'm just going to switch the heater off. So this is a sign. This is a sign of something, right?
Oh, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That was wonderful. In this time, it is so important to consciously take those pauses and to get still and to feel this corona time, this great health challenge, this radical change we are all going through. As you know, Majella comes with such an emotional piece for us to be dealing with. And so being able to pause and stop and to feel, I think, is so essential. Which brings me to what's been going on for me this week in regards to the practice and what is happening for me by not biting my nails or picking at my fingers, that I am more able to feel when the pain is up. Even though at times it is subtle, but my awareness is sharper for it. And so I notice that I'm able to distinguish better between my pain and someone else's pain and not have them all merge together. Or if it starts out together, I'm feeling very quickly able to pull it apart. And I've been amazed at how allowing myself to feel this old pain without being attached to it, without judging myself, beating up on myself, biting my nails, right? That I am getting access to a part of myself that I know I didn't have access to before. And some of the evidences in how much energy I have to be creative and productive around things that I love to do. And that's feeling really, really good. And I know I'm not completely through it. I have more to discover, to experience. But at least at this point, at the end of 4 weeks, I believe I'm not going back to biting my nails. And this is the first time in my life that I've had that thought or that belief inside of me, like, yeah, I never have to go back to doing that. And that alone to me is huge. That's really, really huge for me.
What would you say are the factors that give you that sense that I'm never doing this again?
It's the feeling of, it's hard to put in words. It's almost like, how you feel when you're clear about something, when you're not questioning it, you have no doubt. So that feeling of confidence, of clarity, that's what I'm experiencing with that. And I've not felt that before in my life. I've been like, okay, I'll stop for a little bit, but something's going to happen. I'm going to get triggered. I'll be upset. And I can bite my nails because that will help me, So that's not there anymore. That belief, that this is what I have to do to navigate through my life. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, and the experience that I've had, is likely that the cat, this is kind of the experience I've had in the last week as well. Unexpected disruptions, unexpected situations arising, and
Excuse me, let me interrupt you for just a second because we're down to like 30 seconds. So let's take a quick break so that we can reload, and then we'll come back and hear from you. Great. 3.
So I was saying it's really interesting. It's been interesting for me to notice how much unexpected disruptions have been happening. And my reactions to them. And obviously with coronavirus, there's a massive disruption for everyone. It's like this global awesome slash terrifying slash what could possibly happen next sensation, and it's obviously palpable, and it's kind of like being in a science fiction movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose the things that I've noticed more and more is probably different from you, is that actually I think I've been taking on board other people's emotions more. I feel more open. Like, I know it's possible to be open without taking on board stuff, but it's almost like things are seeping in that don't belong to me, which doesn't usually happen so much for me anymore, because I'm quite protected around that, and I'm quite conscious of that doesn't belong to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it does feel like that's possibly what's happening with this pandemic. It's like a virus, you know, the whole virus of emotions, and the catching anxiety and internalizing other people's stuff, and exposure to too much fear. You know, rather than just being able to just go, okay, actually, we just need to follow these instructions. It's really important that everyone should stay at home unless they really have to go out, or, you know, if you are going to go out, then practice social distancing. So it's been really interesting. It's a very interesting that we chose to record and do this at this time.
My goodness. My goodness. You can't make this stuff up. And that it's a holy time. You know, I mean, this is my postmodern offering for the Lenten season, which is all about letting go, you know, rationing, or, you know, like Jesus to me was on a vision quest. That's what happened, you know, and or is out in this initiation to connect with his soul, to connect with the truth of who he is, and come back strengthened to be able to be on purpose. So yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and I think that that's the thing for me is, as we were saying before recording, was just about how we are seeing massive shifts.
Yes.
And this is a great leveler, because actually everyone is vulnerable, and we're seeing what really is essential in life, because all the superfluous shopping malls, blah de blah, toilet rolls, whatever that's about, people buy toilet rolls, you know, you can wash, that it's shifted it. It's making, we know capitalism doesn't work, in that, you know, it's not looking after everyone, doesn't give everyone access to care. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Western orientation has to shift to accommodate the healing of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So I am, again, just so grateful. I've said much gratitude for being awake at this time. And I think that's what this practice, to me, is a great treasure in it, the great gift in it, that I have a daily way to stay awake to: what am I feeling? What am I thinking? What am I believing about myself at this time? And it's really helping me navigate through without shutting myself down, that I'm able to feel the tension, the anxiety, the fear, the grief, but I'm not shutting down. I'm still here. I'm able to be present with you right now, having this conversation, which is wonderful. And also looking forward to the future. I've had thoughts about that. Have you thoughts about that? Like getting excited about what comes after?
Mm. Yeah, as you know, I've been making little videos of baking. And yeah, I think it's really really exciting and interesting month, but I think we've got a long way to go in the interim. And how do we balance that between the being taking appropriate protection and care of yourself and your fellow humans by being respectful, kind, and making sure you're not just going up licking people's faces, or and then also with that, being in at your home doesn't mean that you have to be disconnected, right?
Right, right.
Mm.
Yeah, the World Wide Web at its best.
Mhm.
So to close out, is there any more message or anything that you want to share before I
Mm.
do a closing prayer here?
Yeah, I think if people, obviously everyone's experiencing disruption at the moment, and to have some time for yourself, um, just to take notice of the things that are still there, that you feel grateful for, the
Mhm.
connections, the people, that you've got a roof over your head, that you've got a computer that you can connect with.
Thank you. And so I just want to take a moment to call on Mother, Father, God, Source, all the one, all that is, and to the ancestors, spirit guides, loving entities, to the Cosmic Federation entities, to all of that, and to say, please, please, please keep us in our higher self. Corona is connected to the crown chakra and to our higher self energy. And to all of the people on the front lines, all of the people who are choosing to put themselves at risk in order to help another human being, please, please, please continue to send them the courage, the strength, and the ability to love in the ways that they love. And may we all learn from their courage. In the name of all that is holy, amen. Ashe Aho Asah Shingo Bismillah. So it is. Okay. All right, Majella, I will be back with you for next week. You be well.
And you take care.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.